computer. I just don't know how to get it to record, which is so sad because I use it on Skype all the time. But today is today measurements and weigh day? I've never weighed myself, since the beginning, so I won't do that until the end. But I'll show myself. I see definite changes. I don't know if others will. Yeah, some of the stuff that is problematic here is still here, so I still have a little bit of work to do, but hopefully a week will take care of that. And my back, still lots of problems, but I'm gonna work on it this next week. I've been running this week. I went 3 days this week, and I'm gonna try to go 2 more, both today and tomorrow. But improvement in the last week. Hopefully we'll get some inches off in the next couple weeks. My main concern is this stuff. Like, I'll be a skeleton and I'll still have this. It's like my trademark. I should copyright it, right? Anyways, so that's the body. I think most people are always asking, like, how much did you lose? What's going on? Are your thighs still gigantor? And the answer is yes. So I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else I'd like to highlight. I'm feeling pretty good. My tongue has been really coated to the point where I'm scraping it, but I'm still coated, so it means I'm still detoxing, which is a good thing. And I'm going to be leaving for the States a little bit later than I thought, so maybe I can extend the Master Cleanser if I feel like it. I've been obsessively reading cookbooks so that I could kind of start planning my post-fast eating regimen. I'm going to show you a couple of them. I know there's a huge popularity with this fast that a lot of people start to cleanse, they do vegan and raw stuff afterwards. And as much as I'd like to go that route, I don't think it's going to happen. I used to be a vegetarian for 8 years. I didn't touch any meat, chicken, or seafood. I did eat, butter and eggs, though. But I may try to be vegan for a week or 2, but I know it's not going to happen for the rest of my life because, I do enjoy certain foods, and I'm not willing to give them up. And I still think I can be healthy and eat them, just in moderation. I picked up this cookbook called Chicken. I don't know if people can see it. It's quite nice. It's got a lot of nice dishes in it that, are relatively healthy. I have no problem cooking with butter and oils and stuff as long as it's in moderation, So it's really cool. It's got over 180 mouth-watering recipes, and I'm going to post a couple. I'm going to make a couple and just do videos on them and just tell people how it turns out. One of the things that I thought was really cool, this is a British cookbook. That's another reason there's certain things, delicacies that are very British. It's kind of like a shepherd's pie, but it's called a cottage pie, and they use chicken in it, and it sounds like it would be nice, and it would be something easy, and the whole family could eat it and stuff like that. So I'll probably do that one for Ashing. Anyways, it's called Chicken. It's got a cute picture on top. It's by Paragon Publishing. I don't know if you'd be able to find it. It's really nice. So yeah, I made that decision. I'm also becoming a little bit paranoid because I think most people gain pretty much all the weight they lose on the Master Cleanse back. They gain it all back. And I don't want to fall into that category, so I'm trying to think of steps I could take. I can't remember the website, but there's this blog, this raw foods blog, that talks about keeping Master Cleanse weight off. And it's really good because it tells you right up, you're going to be fighting a battle because your body's going to just take that food after not eating it and just stick it to your bones. Your metabolism is going to be slower, so you have to count calories, exercise, and watch the scale. I mean, the moment you get over 5 pounds, the moment you gain 5 pounds, you're in danger. You need to like reel it in. Anything under 5 pounds is okay because human beings naturally fluctuate in weight and so on. So I think that's my game plan. My game plan is that, number one, I'm overshooting my target weight. My target weight is really between 120 and 125 is how much I want to weigh. I'm 5'9", so that's actually even on the thin side. But yeah, I'd like to weigh between 120 and 125. And at the beginning of the cleanse, I weighed 135, between 135 and 137, I'm not sure. So if I do the cleanse for, let's say, 2 weeks, and I'm going to average, I'm thinking 20 pounds, 21 pounds, a pound a day. That'll bring me down to, 115 or so. I'm overshooting. I'd like to overshoot. I wish, like, at the end of this, I weighed, like, about 110. Then I can gain 10 pounds as I come off the cleanse, and then try to stay between 120 and 125. That's just, like, my goal. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. My body does not like being under 130 pounds. It's really a huge effort to keep it, but, I'm hoping I can train myself to do that. Now I'm beginning to sound like I have an eating disorder. Oh, no, I don't. Anyway, so yeah. So I don't know if other people on the fast are thinking about post-fast diet and regimen and exercising routine. I probably will get back into my yoga practice once I'm back in New York City. And all that stuff, I'm sorry this video is so trashy. I need to figure out how to work. I think by the time that I do my day 14, no, I won't go wait that long. I'll do another video on Monday. It will be day 11. By the time I do that video, I'm going to have figured out how to use my my phone on my camera on my computer, because this is ridiculous to have a perfectly good camera and not use it. And that's it, I hope everybody's doing well. The mental part is starting to get a little bit taxing because if I was like, single and not feeding people and not with the family or something like that, I think it'd be a lot easier because I would fill my day with activities. I'd go to the library and museums and do things like that didn't necessarily involve food, but, it's unavoidable, that, it's just a mental game that you play with yourself. There's times when I think, who cares? Just, like today I went to the kebab shop and I was like, just eat one sandwich. It wouldn't matter anyway. You could just go right back on the fast as soon as that sandwich is done, which is like so dumb because the moment you eat that sandwich, the cleanse is done, So things like that. And it's actually, the one thing that I find is kind of hard is that, I don't really eat my son's food when I'm not on the cleanse, but I do taste it a lot, like taste to make sure there's enough, not too much salt, taste like his milk to make sure it's not warm enough. So I haven't been able to do that. With the milk, I just stick my finger in it to make sure it's not too cold, but like, all his other food, I just really have to rely on him to tell me if it's too salty or too hot or too whatever. So that part's interesting. And that's it. I'm also, the last thing I'm going to say, I'm sorry this video is so long, is that because I'm in Geneva, there's a lot of things that are interesting and different from the States in regard to food and groceries. The grocery stores are really small and they only have like a few things, but people go to the grocery every day and get fresh foods and stuff. But wine is so cheap in Geneva. Oh my God, in Switzerland, I guess, because if I was to go to a cafe and order a coffee, it would be more expensive than a glass of wine, which is crazy. And the bread is cheap too, and it's really good. You can go to the grocery store and there's like hot, fresh bread. Anyways, I partook in this for the first, I was in Geneva about 4 weeks before my fast started. So I partook in this. I was like, drinking wine in the afternoon, having bread and cheese and stuff. And I just was like, this is great. I knew the fast was coming up, but that, I think, if I was in the States, I wouldn't really worry about it because it doesn't matter. The moment I come off the fast, I could go right back to eating all that stuff or, a modified version of it. But since when I get off the fast, I'll be gone from Geneva. It's be like, that's it. No more $2.50 glass